Hey Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you, my esteemed subscribers. You all have celebrated and appreciated. So today, I just want to bring this to you as well because, of course, a lot of persons have been giving out their own opinion about what is happening around in the continent of Africa right now. That France is losing another colony, all right? France just lost another colony in Africa with the new election, the recent election carried out in Senegal. And it was unfortunate for the colonial masters that this young man that was elected, young, vibrant man that was elected to office is someone that have been for all this while against the French government's existence in Senegal. And a lot of people are like, it's the wind of change. A lot of young men are being motivated to, go into politics. A lot of young men are motivated to take on the mantle of leadership in the continent of Africa because of the example that the Sahel leaders have left behind for everybody. And it's a thing of joy, and we are all happy that if this continues, very soon, these leaders that are puppets, these leaders that are refusing to go there even when they know that they are not strong enough to lead, these leaders that the West have marked them, I don't know what kind of mark that the West have given to some of these leaders, all right? They look old and matured, but they're all puppets. So if this continues, it's the wind of change that we have always been singing about here. So I want us to listen to this and we'll take it up from there.
So France's losses in Africa has continued to mount. They lose another colony. They lose another source of unearned income. Senegal has just elected a 44-year-old activist named Bassirou Diomaye as the new president of the country. One thing that makes Mr. Diomaye special is that he has been an anti-French colonialism activist for a long time. He's been speaking up against French colonialism in Senegal and in Africa as a whole. And in fact, a speech he made some time ago has now come back into circulation since he was elected.
It is high time for France to lift its knee off our neck and put an end to this unjust oppression. Centuries of misery, human trafficking, colonization, and neocolonization have caused immeasurable suffering. It's time to put an end to this cycle of oppression. It's high time for France to leave us alone. It's time for France to take a cue from its European neighbors and learn a valuable lesson in independence. On what grounds does France believe it can continue to impose leaders on us and make choices on our behalf? This must come to an end. And the emerging Africa, the African youth, the African elites, and the African diaspora all stand united in saying no. It cannot continue any longer. France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France. She belongs to no one else, neither China, nor the United States, nor anyone else.
The tone of the speech speaks for itself. France has clearly lost another colony. They've clearly lost another nest egg in Africa. This time, there's been no coup. This is a democratically elected president. Goes to show you that Africans, the young people in Africa, are tired of exploitation by these colonial powers. I think the cases of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger has opened a lot of eyes. You can be sure that what happened in those countries and what is happening in those countries played a huge part in how the people in Senegal voted, especially given the fact that this young man has been saying the same things for a while in Senegal. So they realized that it is possible to kick the French out, having seen it happen in Burkina Faso, in Mali, in Niger. But they realized that they have the opportunity to do it without having to resort to military power with this young man who has been talking about it. This is great news for Africa because this shows that besides coup plots, Africans have now achieved the mindset where they can go to the polls and elect these young, vibrant leaders who want to lead Africa out of slavery, out of enslavement. This is also bad news for the colonialists because this shows them their time is numbered. Africa is serious and ready to take their destiny back into their own hands. And this election in Senegal proves that.
Your Majesties, we have heard all that. Now, there's something that caught my attention. You know, when we said here that most of our leaders are aware of human trafficking done by these colonial masters, some people might just think it's just accusation or one is just saying things that one does not know. But you heard him. You heard the president saying it. So they are aware that these people orchestrate human trafficking. They take out Africans from the continent in the name of giving jobs. Like there are agencies that are there. You think that these agencies are good agencies because they operate with the permission of the government. It is through this because some of you will be like, how would they traffic children? How would they traffic people? How would they do this? Through agencies, they do this. So it will look legal. It seems legal because they use the government's name. Oh, the government is aware. The government gave them go ahead. All right, and they lure people into, we are going to give you better life. When you come through our agency, we are taking you to different parts of the world where you have jobs, you have a good life. Many have gone and have never returned, and their family have not heard anything about them. There was a clip I brought here that we deliberated upon. I think that should be last year. It should be over a year now, something like that. It was tough to some people to swallow because it's like, how can people do this to people? This has been the situation of the motherland. All right, in the case of imposing leaders, majority, let's say more than 60, am I saying 60? More than 80% of those who are leading the continent today are leaders that have been imposed either by the US government, either by French government, either by the Belgium government, and all other colonial masters that you can think about. And that's why prior to elections, these are so-called leaders travel to most of these countries. What are they going up and down for? Have you sometimes asked yourself, all these leaders that prior to election, they're in France, they're in America, they're in Germany, they are, you know places they go to, they are in Israel. What are they going there for? This is how they go and they get paid to sell their country, to sell their people to these colonial masters. And this is how the life goes. It seems like it's not true. This is not what is happening. But right before your faces, we are being sold. Like there was something that shocked everybody even not long ago in Nigeria, around the health sector, something like that. And it was like all the kidneys of Nigerians have already been sold with the permission of the government. It was scary, really. It was. But this is it. They're doing these things. All right. So on behalf of you, without your knowledge, your leader go there and sell you out and come back and you nothing is working. You'll be like, what is happening? What is up? And they tell you go to church and pray. It's the work of the devil. Go and pray, or you go and pray and fire. Nothing is happening. Because it's not by that. They have done what they want to do already. So I'm elated, all right, because I believe that it is the wind of change that started down the Sahel that is beginning to circulate. And my prayer always is that the countries that are like the backbone of the motherland should also wake up and take follow the steps of the Sahel, follow the steps of Senegal, so that we would for once sit in the continent and breathe in, breathe out in peace, knowing that we are safe and our future and that of our descendants are protected. What do you think? Leave your thoughts and opinion there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesty. Bye for now.